Hi guys, this is Heidi Stitching Faith back with the Flosstube number 25. It's the same day I recorded Flosstube number 24. That's why I have the same clothes on. I just decided, I've been trying to do the plans and the purchases and stuff video, but every time I do WIP update, it's taking me an hour, and after that I get tired, and my phone after 1 hour download time gets really long. So I decided to do two separate videos, one for WIP update, which is a Flosstube number 24. Please go check it out. You see so many projects that I worked on, really good 3 week stitchy time. And now I'm doing the update video for, no, plan video. I just recorded it and my daughter walked in, so I had to erase the video and redo it again. So that's why I feel like deja vu. I already said that. So this is plans for August, September, sampler September and August. I want to do July, August, September, but last month I couldn't. I decided if I don't do it, it's gonna get pushed, and I have a couple of purchases, not a lot, but I do have a lot of plans, and I want to start one for the back to school Lori New Hampshire stitch sorry, not Lori, New Hampshire stitcher. My god, I'm all over. She has a back to school sale. She wants to start September. I'm gonna try. I have a whole bunch of I have a lot of big projects, and my kids go back to school on the 10th, so I want to do one the 10th because I want an excuse to start, and I want to show some new projects I have it and everything else. Since I recorded first time, my kids thought it's finished, so they're opening the door, coming in, they're walking to my video. That's why I'm distracted, but that's okay, life. This is not the update video, it's more so stash dive, purchase, and what I'm thinking of doing next 2 months. That said, I'm gonna just dive in and show stuff what I have, and we'll go from there. This one I was recording when my daughter got in, so this was the first fifth one or something, but now it's the first one, Esther. So I'm gonna start from Esther, Kathy Barrick. I'm gonna stitch this on the cut. Oops, sorry. I didn't show it. It's Lori Brackland's sheep, Esther. She dedicated to that. And I'm gonna start with the 36 count gingerbread linen. And I'm gonna stitch with the Esther is gonna be stitched like called for floss and everything, TMC, but for the sheep I'm using Whisper. If you guys can see, it says a fuzz. And I'm gonna take the December out like this, and I think if you take it out, you can fit the regular frame. If not, I don't want to make it to Christmas. I want to do it all year round sampler, so ships are all year round. So the green tree is also evergreen. That's my thinking. And I have planned this for a while. I have not started it. So Esther is on my short list of starting. Even if I don't do anything, I just want to have the corners done, measurements and everything. Put the floss in the floss tag, cards, this kind of thing. I have the tea bag, coffee bag. I don't have tea bag. Well, I do drink tea, but not as much as I would like to. Coffee, yeah. So I have started with this one. So everything here is a coffee related. I have the coffee magnet. And I was saying before I erased that video, I think this is the company I got the needle minder. I'm pretty sure that's why it's in the bag. And this is Coffee Drinker's Confession. This is the smallest one, and I started it. I have not ironed these ones because I just put them plans ones. I don't iron. I am using the cold for flosses, and almost all, I think. I have one TMC. grasshopper, palomino, ruby slippers, maple syrup. Oh yeah, this is the maple syrup. So it has quite a bit variegation. Not this one, actually doesn't. Dark chocolate. You know, it's a hand-dyed, but I don't see any variegation at all. Caramel corn. This one has a lot of variegation. Greenish, creamish. Apple cider. Oh yeah, I love this one. See the green and the browns. And hazelnut. And one DMC for some reason is here. It's $8.69. So after that, I have all of them cut. I had a yard of Picture This Plus TYCHO Tyco. So I have a cut for everything. So everything in this bag, they're gonna stitch with the same fabric. And second one is the Coffee Quaker, really popular one. Hands across, no, not hands across the sea. What am I saying? Heartstring samplers. Love, love, love. And I've seen a lot of people stitch this, and I really wanted to do it. This is the 2022 release, Say Coffee. So this one says, if you can't remember my name, just say coffee and I'll turn around. That's exactly who I am. My husband, if he wants to get my attention, he goes like, coffee? And I'm like, yeah. He knows. So coffee drinker's house. I have this one. This one, the only thing I have is the Tyco fabric, but I have not kitted with the floss and stuff. Coffee saves lives. I'm not sure if it's the newer design or the older one, but it's beautiful. This one is not coffee, but it's heartstring samplery. I have, for some reason, I think I want to use the same fabric, Tyco. That's why I put it there. I have seen this stitch and it's gorgeous. The grass, whoever stitched this, the couple of people, they've worn that call for grass color has changed the dye lot, and you're better off changing the grass color. So, but the fabric is Tyco. The only one is not a heartstring sampler is this one with dye needle and thread. English. I have the spoon. At the time when I bought it, Kitten Stitcher didn't have it, so I went to Amazon and I found a package of same size spoons. It's not exactly same, but I have shown it before. I have a spoon for this. But the fabric, the reason it is, all the coffees are getting the same fabric, because once I start with that yard of fabric, I'm gonna use it, everything. And I do like it. The color and everything works together. So my previous video I showed, I'm almost done with the winter quaker. I'm gonna just push myself to do it because I have very little left. Afterwards, I want to start the summer quaker, Rosewood Manor, because it's been sorry, my apologies. My floss fell off of my hand. It's the it's a Valdani threads. Do you see how variegated they are? Like this orange one. So I did not want to, I want to get this effect. For me to get this effect, I wanted to get the called for threads. And I'm using called for fabric, Truffle by Picture This Plus, because look at this picture. It's the one floss, it gives that variegation. I don't think I can get it with other one, and I really like the way it looked. That's why I purchased it. It's the quicker, and if I mixed it up, look at this floss, gives the effect. So I decided to go with the whole called for everything, and I missed it. I wanted to start this spring this one, but because I didn't finish this winter one on time, The spring one will be pushed for the next year. My goal is to start, because I noticed that if I don't start, my stuff are never gonna be done. 28 count Valor picture this plus, and Valdani threads. Look at this green. I cannot find anything that will match it for these variegations. Well, but this will be the fourth one. The last one will be stitch is the spring, so third one will be the summer one, which is good. I finished my autumn one on 2020. I started my winter one on 2020, and this is 2023. I'm gonna finish it. So next two is gonna be potentially, hopefully, next 2 years. Hands Across the Sea, Jen Hopkins, 1875. This is planned. I just need a fabric. I have, I think, 1 or 2 legs side. I want audition for this one because she's beautiful, gorgeous, and I really want to stitch very nice fabric. I am gonna stitch with DMC because look how much floss it requires. This part is full coverage. It's gorgeous, but it's a lot of stitching. And I want to start this one, I think, for the September 1st for the back to school start. Lauren, New Hampshire Stitcher. I believe she has the hashtag, and she invited a lot of people to join, and a lot of people are joining in, and I want to at least post once or twice. That will be amazing. This one has been in my plans for a long time, and I just want to start so I can finish it. Frederick. Those are Kathy Barrick's designs, are Carriage House samplings. Kathy Barrick are so easy and fast and prim, and I love it. The style, I like her style. The birds. So I have this stitched already. Frederica, I'm stitching. At the time when I was stitching, they were hard to find. Since then, they are available everywhere and stuff. I'm still stitching it. So this is Frederica. I'm stitching on 36 count fabric. At that time when I started it, I don't remember the dyer. Color, I don't know. But it's I thought the color, I have a wall, like I have a very this prim kind of style stitching, so I thought these two need to be finished so I can frame them together. And the same cut, I have the half of it for the second half of it, 36 count, 1/2 stitches on the 36 count. So if I can at least start the Frederick. My thing is, I noticed that my personality, if it's not started, it will, some of my stuff, I have it for 20 years. But once the needle goes through the thread and needle goes through the fabric, it might take me a long time, but I do finish it. So that's why I like to start a lot. But I was saying it like my last videos, I don't mind having it as a WIP or as a stash. It's the same for me. It's the same. It occupies the same area, same drawers. So, but if you're feeling anxious, don't do it. It's for me, I use stitching as like a therapy, almost like a therapy. It calms me and makes me happy. That's why I do it. But you have to go with your comfort. I want to say I have at least 100 plus WIPs, but I don't see it as WIPs, or I have finished but not fully finished stitching. For me, I can go back and take it out and look at them, and they make me happy. They don't have to be framed for me to be happy. I feel it accomplishment. Each one, I remember where I stitched it, how I was feeling, which vacation we were there. Was the kid sick and I was sitting next to them when I was stitching that. So they all have stories. For me, it's like my stitching is a story. But I always been like that. Even before Flosstube, I always had couple, not 100, but I always had a couple of them on the go. So I have the other one, companion piece already stitched. Once I start stitching, I'll take it out the companion piece and I'll show it. As pumpkin patch. So Prairie Schoolers, I have all the old copies, the hardstock. And right now they are available, but they are all on the paper copies. They are legit, you can read it, but I like the hardstocks, and I was lucky enough to collect them while they were available. And 2007, I purchased it probably 2007. And I have the 28 count picture this plus fabric, but I don't think I have the name of it. No, I don't. But the other one is in the same fabric too. So these two are companions, and the floss is the same. I don't want to say the name of it. It's top of my tongue, but I cannot remember exact name. Pardon me. What I did not do is open the bags before I start the camera, but if I restart again, I'm not gonna do it. Gilles Leger, 1898, reflect the soleil. Been wanting to stitch this so long. I found the fabric, mint green fabric, which in the name is 40 count murky sea. I'm thinking it's XG design. I think so, because she puts a like special softener or something. Murky sea. And yeah, it's 40 count. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I'm using DMCs. There's like couple of floss colors. They look more antique here. Over here the floss colors are more bright, like especially this green. I'm gonna see on my stash if I have anything that is more hand dyed or something. I might just have to change one or two colors. I mean, I like this one, but I think I can get a hand dyed color. So I have to little bit, I don't mind DMC, but I think I like this old look. Country Stitchers, Deb, I believe, stitched it, and she actually, these areas that got ripped off over the years, the antique, the way it looks, she stitched that and skipped those stitches. I'm not gonna do that because too much effort, honestly. Too lazy, but I love the way she did it, and I think after she showed it, everybody bought the pattern. Smith sampler. Yeah, I just don't want to open the noise. I do have kitted with the DMCs. This one, twice I almost started it, but I don't know if I should want to start warm brown tone, undertone fabric, or more cold gray undertone, still neutral tones, but I don't want to, if the fabric has more gray in it or more warmth in it. So I'm going back and forth. That's why I cannot settle with the fabric. I have a couple of times kitted up with fabric, but I did not cut the fabric because I was not sure. Then I finally decided to let it go until I can decide. So this one, Canadian new Flosstube Miss Smith stitches. I'll try to link her. She showed it. I did not even know, and she's working on this one. I did not even know, but With Thy Needle and Thread had published this until she showed 2013. And she's working on those, and once she showed it, I went to look around. Her shop had it, but also I got this one from that's the, God, what's the shop? Lori Holt works with her too. It's online shop. Everybody's screaming at me. Kimberly is the owner. My goodness. It's a quilt shop, but she sells it. I'm gonna link her shop. Oh my god. I feel so embarrassed to do this. I'm recording on my phone. I wanted to Google it to see it. What is it? It's gonna kill me. My goodness. It's embarrassing. Now it's real life. I'm not gonna edit. Well, I don't edit anyways. Okay, why am I not saying it? Summer, autumn, spring, fat quarter shop, winter, fat quarter shop online. They had all 4 of them and I got it together. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's not good. I have to remember. So what I did is make a copy of the thing, floss list, because with Tiny Needle and Thread she's famous. Even if it asks for 1x, she'll call for a hand-dyed floss. So I made a copy of all 4 of them. I went through my stash. I do have an extended stash of hand-dyed floss and stuff for each season. Oopsie, excuse me, sorry. This time around I'm all around, all over. I think it's my second video of the day, that's why. So anyways, I added some silks for the sunflowers, and they share some of the floss the same, so whichever is like, I know this one is for summer, this one is for winter because I'm using the silk for the snow coverage. Looks like autumn, and this one looks like the spring, and the spring has all the hand-dyed flosses. So I'm gonna just go and write it down, which one I substituted, which one is called for, which one I'm just gonna go through it. And if after that I feel like I need it, then I'll put an order. This way I don't have to order a lot of floss. I'm like, I don't want to count. There's a lot of floss for all 4 of them. So this one, oh, the fabric I was gonna show you guys. It's a new purchase, but I think I want to use this all 4 of them. It's called Irish Coffee, white piece. It says it's 14 by 33, but it's gonna fit all of them. So I got a fat quarter of the Russian tea cake, and I got a fat quarter of Fuller's Teasel. So I got it all neutral. So this is the lightest. Apologize. So they're all neutral, but it's the lightest one. A little bit darker, and this one is the Irish Coffee. This is all they have left. And those are legacy linens. I love legacy linen because I can work in hand and in the hoop. They are very durable linens. You do see a lot of legacy linen in my projects. It's just because I enjoy holding them, using them. Like big style work, older linens have most hard time because they are so loose weave. I feel like I cannot work with them long time. Dreaming of Sunflowers. This is for August stage. I'm gonna try to do as much as I can for the August before I put away. And it is a start, 40 count. Light hazelnut extrude design. It's a restart. So I had started before. I did not like the 28 count, so I started called for floss on the 40 count. So this is, I'm gonna put aside. It's gonna be my, I need to do a little bit work on it, then after August most likely it's gonna go back on next year's stash. I said it on my last video, I'm going through some Blackbird design kick. So I've been kitting it and trying to start all the Blackbirds. And this is not an exception. Come into my garden. I do believe I have the called for about the 40 count fabric, ancient. Is that the called for? Ancient is the called for one. This is available. No, Welt is the called for, so it's not the called for, but I thought it looked good. So I put this 40 count ancient with the come into my garden. I do have all DMCs. As I start stitching and I see whatever needs, like the house, most likely I'm gonna sub it with the called for or hand dyed floss, but like most of it I'm gonna do DMCs. I like DMCs, they are easy, available to me, so you see a lot of DMCs. This sunflower one, summertime I like to stitch biscuits, sunflowers. Those are my main Plum Street samplers. The beekeeper, it's an August stitch. This one I'm gonna stitch next few, at least 3 days of stitching time. I only have the borders. Brenda's Brew, Winter Brew, excuse me, R&R fabric. So I'm gonna stitch, give this one also, I'll leave it outside for 3-4 days of stitching, then I'm gonna put away for the next year. I feel like those are more summer hot day stitches, and a lot of times I'm a seasonal stitcher, but I'm trying to get out and start other seasons now, so during the season I have started it. I have kitted this one long time, then I saw Lauren stitch it, New Hampshire Stitcher. She did not stitch on this one, but I am 36 count murky. I have kitted up with this with the DMCs. Again, the moon I'm gonna change it to hand dyed, either I think I have a silk, if not the floss, but the rest I'm gonna go with the DMCs, and I'm gonna work with the murky. 36 murky is easier to work with than 40. That's why when I buy murky now, I buy the 36 because the weave is too tight and it's a dark color. I don't want to hurt my eyes. Again, Blackbird Design. It's Merrily Merrily We Will Welcome Spring. This is one of the big ones. And I have kitted up with the 36 count oaken. Is that the code for? Yeah, 36 count oaken. Picture this plus. But it doesn't look like the picture, even though it's called for. I like the color, that's why I got it. It's 36, so I'm gonna leave it on. And how big is it? 273, 275. So it's not a small one. Again, I'm gonna start. It doesn't mean I'm gonna finish it. But I've been feeling the Blackbird design, and I have been collecting for a long time. It's one of the designers I've been buying it for at least 10 years. So naturally I have more of her designs than some of the newer designers, and I just find out when I start watching the Flosstube. With dye needle and thread, I am using Vicky Clayton silks for this. This not 24 but 23, I think. One of the update videos I showed as a start Winter's Brew called for with the Vicky Clayton silks. It doesn't have like a lot of variation, the green, but I'm okay, and I like it's easy to stitch on, so I'm just gonna go with it. I have it all set it up already. I got the idea from Carol, self-pack stitcher. Thank you for this wonderful idea. I was like, how am I gonna store it? And I didn't want to put them on the floss straps and stuff. So I saw hers. Hers is neater, but that's how I'm using Vicky Clayton silk, because they come like this. It's not a spool. Very pretty. And her colors, this Vicky Clayton, it says the substitute for some of the colors Brenda Key uses, not Brenda Key, Brenda Gervais uses on her other designs too. So these silks, whatever is left over, I can use for the smalls for the with I needle and thread other designs. So I think I can use all of the silks. It's not gonna be one-time use and that's it. I do like to finish it off. If I like, especially silks and stuff, I want to use it up, or the fabrics hand dyed, because, you know, if I buy it, I want to use them. It's the Humming of the Bees. This is a WIP, but this is a goal for me to finish it, and I'm working on 40 count light hazelnut by Extrude Design. Very pretty. I started the same vacation that I started my other, I start couple of stuff. So I have everything. Oopsie, can you guys see it? Most of it is done. I just need the alphabet and the finish the border. Okay, I like it iron, but today we're gonna go with it. Yeah, I put my initials and everything. So yeah, again, Blackbird Design. I need to do this line, this border, alphabet, and finish the big border. Everything is done. So when I stitch, I have to fill it in between the bricks. I didn't even realize I didn't do it. But yeah, most of it is done. The big stitching is the house, which is majority. Again, this is a summer stitch. That's why I left it last year. I worked up to the autumn, and when autumn comes, I'm a seasonal stitcher, so just left it and started the autumn stuff. So I'm hoping August, September, I'm gonna work on those. And this one, wanted it. It was my unicorn list, and she printed it. I got all hopped up. I started it. 40 count marbled hazelnut, Extrude Design. I was going fast, then something happened, and but it's all counted and stuff, so I need to put a little bit more stitches. But I have a couple of Blackbird Designs that I'm close to finish. That's why I think I'm like waiting for this one, because I want to finish Mother's Garden. I want to finish Humming of the Bees and Feliz Navidad. Those are the three I want to finish before concentrate on this one. Feliz Navidad is the, no, Mother's Garden is the closest to finish. Yes. Then Feliz Navidad is number 2. And then the Humming of the Bees. One second. My apologies for the noise. So pretty. It has only how many floss? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 flosses. It requires 8 flosses. 40 count amber waves. This is the fabric I chose. I don't know who's the dyer. Usually Kitten Stitcher doesn't write down the dyer, so but it is amber waves. I think she's gonna look gorgeous. I like that Prime Mermaid, and this is all satin stitch, the water. She's gorgeous. I'm gonna start this. This is a summer stitch, and I do have a lot of mermaids, but I do have fancy mermaids, so I wanna stitch a couple of prim mermaids. I do have with Plum Stitch Samplers has 2 mermaid designs that are prim. I want to stitch those too, so not to have all fancy, you know. I like those girls, but I like to mix them up. I am working slowly but surely with All Forest embroidery. So they sell that as a set, and I got it. You can get it like 1 set, 2 set, 3 set, or you can get it as one together. They had option with all the needle minders and stuff. I purchased that entire thing with all the needle minders. So this one, seahorse and the squid. Their needle minders are pretty good. And when I purchased it, they were available. I got their hand-dyed floss, which I think their variegation is very beautiful. It's a summer stitch. I started it and just left it there because other things, that's what I'm saying. But because it started it, I know I'm gonna finish this. I did middle start. Look how pretty it is. Variegation is very beautiful. Look at this jellyfish. It has the folky story kind of. I grew up in Soviet, so my mom used to read me fairy tale stories. Ukrainian fairy tale, Armenian fairy tale, Russian fairy tale, Georgian fairy tale. I had a collection of all the Soviet republics that are fairy tales books, so we would I read it all. So for me, it's nostalgia too, a little bit. It's very beautiful and stitches really fast. If I, you know, I'm not gonna say I want to go back to it because I realize it. A lot of Flosstubers say that they say it, so I'm trying to monitor myself not to say that all the time. Oh, this is beautiful. I have no idea why I haven't started yet. Caroline Amelia Trowell, and I chose 40 count lamb's wool by Exjute Design, and I do have the called for floss, which is unusual for me. Usually I choose the DMCs or something else, my own. I seen Laura and Brenda. I'm not sure if Saltbox Stitch or Carol has stitched that too. A lot of people stitched that though. It's very beautiful. Does it have 1/1s? It doesn't look like it has 1/1s. My thing is, I have to start. Even if I have this tiny corner, right? This will be stitched. But if I don't start it, I won't. And for me, starting is hard. I don't know why. I overthink stuff, which is not, that's crazy. Why? It's cross stitch. I should not, you know, like that's crazy, but I do. Again, Blackbird Design. I started this, but because I'm concentrating the other 3, this one kind of I put it aside, but I do want to stitch on it. It's beautiful. Oh, Joyous Day. It's not a reproduction sampler, so I can work around it. I do want to change names and stuff because Feliz Navidad. I think I put it her names. I didn't realize it's not reproduction, or I was somewhere else, my brain. Then I had to take it out and put my name or my initials. I have hand-dyed floss, but I do not think it's the called for. I have the Big Style Work, Gentle Arts, Crescent Color Works from my stash. And the fabric I'm using is Ancient, 40 count Ancient again. I guess I got a big batch of it and I'm using for everything. Once I like something, I buy a lot of it. Oh, I love this. Like more than the one that calls for. Like my orange better. Look at the variegation. So pretty. So yeah, another Blackbird. I think 2023, most of my starts, many of my starts are Blackbird design. Not on purpose. I did not decide to, hey, I'm gonna start Blackbirds, and it just happened. So, but I realized that many of my designs are Blackbirds, and second most starts are from with tie needle and thread. This is also consideration for Bob's back to school, Bob to school hashtag. And this is Mary Ann Cup 1839. I have Vicki Clayton silks again. I went to her website. I ended up buying a couple of Vicki Clayton silks for a couple of designs, so that's why I am showing a whole bunch of Vicki Clayton silks. So this is a big girl, an antique reproduction sampler. So this one, I want to keep it true to the design and keep the Mary cup and the year that she stitched it, but I also want to add mine, and I'm like, I don't know how to work around it because I don't want to take it out, put her name at the back, but I also don't want to put my name at the back after I so I have this one and the Hands Across the Sea I showed my previous video. I'm kind of like thinking, I'm not sure how I want to go about it, how I can chart both names, but that's beautiful and it's going to be starred. I'm working through my Prairie Schooler collection. Unfortunately, I did not have my original hardstock copy, so I had to buy the reprint, which is this flimsy copy, but the design is there. I like nautical theme stuff, and I do have with the called for. My thing is, should I use 40 count or should I go with the, it says 20 count, so I'm not sure if I go 32 count, which most of my Prairie Schoolers I do 32 count, or should I just go 40 count and have it smaller. The noise. With these ones, I cannot help it, but they're noisy. Okay, this has a funny story. So I purchased this. I'm gonna tell you guys when. I think when first published, 2013, or if not 2016, but a long time ago. Then they went out of the print. Then they came back to the print, and I'm still not stitching. So last time it came back to the print, I saw some Flosstubers, they were saying they are doing a stitch along, and I'm like, why am I not stitching it? It's been long time. So I'm starting it just because I feel bad that still I have not yet started. I already measured my fabric. I cut it more than I need to, I guess. I have this 40 count fabric, but it doesn't have a name. I have to find the name. And I'm going with the called for floss. I think this is all the called for floss, yeah. Is it? I think so. I might be missing one or two things. Pumpkin pie, onyx. I guess I have two onyxes. Garden gate. Oh, non-garden gate. So it's not all of them. So I have some of the called for flosses. This for sure this year, or autumn time. If not now, autumn time, I'm gonna start. I'm not gonna wait for this one to go out of print again, then go back on a print before I start. This one is I finished this, so I'm working on this one. I'm working through my collection of the Prairie Schoolers to finish it. They are all DMC stitch, 32 count vintage country mocha. Apologize for the wrinkles. So I finished this. I do believe I gave it a start. Those are very small ones. And I'm doing vintage country mocha, and I'm doing with the called for flosses, DMC flosses called for. So this is a plan to work on either August or September. I'm thinking this month because September I wanna, my kid, September I wanna work on samplers only. Blackbird Design, yellow Submarine, and Octopus Garden. Love them, and I've been wanting to stitch them forever. I saw in the Blackbird Design chat, Facebook chat, they were saying that she might be reprinting this one. So now I don't feel bad to start. That's why I want to start. So because if they go out of print and I'm stitching it, people gonna want it, and I'm gonna feel bad because I want to stitch that too. So a lot of times if they're out of print, I feel weird stitching on a YouTube. I don't know if it's you guys are okay if I stitch out of print designs, because I feel like people gonna want it and I cannot offer where I got it, or I might not want to part with my copy because I'm a collector also pattern. So I just choose not to stitch them, which is crazy. I should not do that. Again, I have this kitted out for a long time, but I think I was missing the blues, most of the blues. So I went and bought it, a whole bunch of floss for the whole set. And the set you're asking is the summer loose feather series. Let me see, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. Okay, this is the first one. For the birds. The last ripe, oh, it's spring forever. I was trying to find the names. The last ripe berries. Oh, I love this one. The summer becoming fourth. Hear the crickets sing. Oh, so pretty. And I'm gonna use this fabric. It is Legacy Linen Fat Quarter Fuller's Teasel. Fuller's Teazel. Teasel. Pleasure of the Fleeing Year. They're all so pretty. I'm not gonna say, oh, that's so pretty. But this one is very pretty. Sing of the Song of the Season. All the Hills Echoes. Yeah. She sighs a bird. The light upon the lawn. This is a designer I have stitched before, but I don't have a lot of patterns, but I do love her patterns. I have By the Bay Needle Arts. Oh, part 1, 2, like this. I'm gonna stitch in one fabric, so I need to get 40 count blue color fabric. So pretty. I do have the floss. I'm missing the fabric because I do want a blue color variegated fabric. So this one is out. I got it from her shop, and if you guys are interested, this is where I got it. Can you see it? And she gives it with the card, when you purchase from her shop, at the back of it she gives a free pattern. Yeah, I want to get blue, but if I cannot get blue, 40 count grayish color will also work for me. This is out of my comfort zone design, but I really like the horse, Lindy Stitches. And don't scream, I got the color cold for fabric. Yeah, I don't stitch these colors, but I thought this horse was hilarious. I loved it. It's 32 count Wichelt. Riviera olive linen, and I want to stitch that purple horse, and now that's the code for floss. So yeah, 32 count Riviera olive pink. This is a new purchase. This one, when I saw, I don't know, did I see in her Flosstube or someone else's? I really liked it. I have another Cathy Berry horse. I'm born year of the horse. I stitch a lot of horses. No, I have not stitched any horses, but I do want to stitch horses. A little bit later. And I got the quote for color and cotton silk. And I'm just gonna show a couple of new purchases. That's it. These are not plans. I just purchased this. And I think the reason I wanted to show you guys, because it's exclusive. I don't know if later on the designer can sell it other places, but I do believe it's exclusive here. It's called it's Teresa Koger's Big Folk Flower, and it comes with a magnet. At that time I did not buy the fabric, but I'm waiting for my second purchase. It's gonna I got the fabric too. Look at this, that's so pretty. Sorry, it glares. This one, once the fabric comes, I'm gonna kit it up and start it. I am gonna go with the DMC because it's close for DMCs, and it's not a lot. Really liked it, and I like the magnet. So this is a new purchase. Yeah, I had to get this Stars and Stripes, again exclusive. I believe this is Plum Street. This is the Shakespeare's Peddler. I have this one. This one is Birds of the Feather, but I got it regular $8 from the Etsy. Along with this one, I'm stitching these two together. This is the B one. I saw it in Lori Holt's last video, and I just went searching for it, and I was lucky enough to get it. And my last couple of purchases, and that's it, with a needle and thread. And last of my collection of the stockings, and I think I have all the stockings. If not, I think I'm missing one or two. All right, I think that's it. My kids are knocking on the door. I need to stop and go see what's going on. Thank you guys for watching it. Please, if you like and subscribe, follow, get notifications if you like this kind of videos. I'm planning to do for my Dimension kids, or the not kidded, but kids item. I want to do a video for that. But I would like you guys, if you like and subscribe and comment. Love your comments. And until next time, bye.